Hello. Hello. Welcome to an earlier morning, earlier in the afternoon stream. I do not think I can do an 8-hour stream. I was planning on going for 3 hours. But after I take a break after that 3 hours, I might be able to do another stream. So there might be an intermission in there. But right now, my thoughts were prosecutors. I think that's what they are. Yeah, prosecutors. And then the rat ogres, the Giselles, and if I have time for it, the Warp Blaster. So, that's what I have set up for today. If I can get them all done, that'll be great. And give me a moment. All right. So, where's the start of this? Okay. There we go. I hope the flight's doing okay. Let's see. It looks like each of these is a separate model. Except for, like, number 29's all the way over here. I don't know. Anyway. I'm going to take a stab at... These will all be each separate models, so I'm going to break them down into 3 separate pieces so that I can cut them out easier. It seemed to work fairly well with the clan rats. And then this one has the first 3 bits. 26, 27, 28. Alright. It's calling for rain in the forecast, and I did manage to get those models primed that I've built in the last 2 days. So, even if it does rain for several days, I do have enough models to paint until it's good enough to prime again. So, that was always a good... It's actually one of the reasons I was about a minute late to getting here. Wanted to make sure that was all taken care of. Ooh, options. Alright. So that piece 29 that I was looking for at earlier? Yeah, I do need it for this one. Okay. $30.31. Let's see. Open face or closed face? Well, that's easy enough. Alright, that's his head. 35 is not on the spruce, so that means I can put it away. that is here. And it looks like, since I chose that helmet, I am building the one with the trident. Which makes sense, because it looks cool. So before I cut that out, I'm going to clean these bits. You know what? It's a simple enough model. They're not going to get lost. $36. But yeah, it hasn't started raining yet, but I did get the 46 models that I've built in the last 2 days primed. They're drying, and I'll be able to paint them later. If not today, at least tomorrow. If I want to break from building more of these models. Alright, so this is just a base bit. Oh yeah, speaking of basing, thankfully I watched a video from Battle Ready that explained that the Griff that I've already built goes on a 32mm base instead of a 25 like the book says. I was wondering why it looked weird. And finding that out made a lot of sense. Alright. Alright. Let's see. But yeah, I figured since I built so many of the rats yesterday, I would spend a little time on some Stormcast first, and then, if time allowed, finish off the rats. And out of the Stormcast, this seemed like the one I wanted to build first. So Julian, if you're on a flight, I'm guessing that you're not going to get your 1600 points of World Eaters built very easily. It does feel weird streaming this early in the day. I'm used to 5 hours later than this, but wanted to hit some people that might not be able to make it normally, so... So I primed the clan rat. Well, I primed the Skaven with the brown primer, and then I did a very quick zenithal highlight with a tan. Well, it was a khaki. Just a little spray to give it a little bit of color. I usually water down my paints just a little bit for my Skaven, and that different color undertone does slightly show through, but not a whole bunch. But I wanted to do something a little bit right there. I didn't go with 3 colors like I had before because I haven't seen enough of a variety with 3. I'm not painting purely with contrast paints or anything, so it doesn't really show through as much as it could. And then the Stormcast, because my test model didn't really paint very well over white, I just sprayed them black. And there isn't any contrast in their paint scheme anyway. It's all acrylics and metals. So, and, well, I think they're acrylic metals, but well, I'm pretty sure they are. But because they're all solid color paints, I didn't bother with any zenithals or anything. I can add a little bit of highlight at the end if I really want to mix up a little bit of... Well, I mean, I'll probably do a highlight color. Hello! How are you doing today? Hello! I'm doing pretty good. I hope everyone else is, too. I am working on the first of the 3 prosecutors. With the hope that I can get through this and the rest of the Skaven today. We'll see if I can actually get that much done. I already made myself some tea, but I should have probably made more coffee instead. So, anyone doing any hobbies today? Building or painting or... Oh yeah? I mean, of those 4 factions, the Custodes are fairly reasonably priced. The other 3 can definitely cost a little bit more to collect. Hello, Solvix. How's it going? Hey, Ollie. How's it going? This is the 47th model that I'm building out of this set, so pretty good. I'm more than halfway done with building all of these things, then I just have to, paint them all. But yeah, the earlier in the day seems to having pretty cool, it's cool to see more people today. Well, I built the 3 I'm probably going to start with a Griff. I don't have a color scheme for him yet, but I think I'm going to paint that first. And I have the 2 centerpiece leaders and the hero and Griff for the Stormcast, and then the 2 other heroes for the Skaven primed up. And I'll probably start on the Griff and his master. And then maybe one of the Skaven leaders. That might be a good one to go for. I don't quite feel like I'm ready to do the 40 clan rats. It took a lot to build them all at once, and I'll probably batch paint them in 10s. With other things in between each. But yeah, it's supposedly going to rain for the next couple of days. And since I have 46 primed models, those are going to be my priorities at the moment until I can get more primed. Yeah. It's actually why I'm building the, I keep forgetting their names. That's why I'm building the prosecutors right now. I spent all of yesterday building the clan rats, so I figured I'd work on the prosecutors before finishing off the Skaven. Are they really not in the Codex? That's kind of surprising. Oh, I'm looking forward to painting the infantry. I'm just not going to try to paint all 40 at once. Alright, pieces are clean. Construction time. With these wings, that would really make a cool sanguinary guard. You just need, 20 sets of these. Alright, head goes on here. Yeah, I still have all of mine primed and waiting over there. I have my 2 apothecaries almost done painting. I haven't done any of the washes or anything, but you don't like those wings? I think they're thematic. But the wings actually only go this far, and then it's like ethereal stuff coming off of it. So they're not actually big enough without that, I would think. Which is funny. I really do enjoy the push-fit nature of these. It definitely makes it faster to build. Alright. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Ollie? Okay. And that is one prosecutor built. That's not that bad. There's a little bit of a crease in the backpack, but I don't think that's something I can squeeze. I might be able to get that. I'll build all three and then I'll see about sealing that up. And then the little base topper thing. Alright. This has the other side. There we go. Lemon zinger today. Because I'm in the US and I don't drink proper tea, I guess. That's not true. I do drink several types of tea. It's just usually herbal. I do not have a game planned for AOS yet. I think they usually play at the game shop on Tuesdays. Might need to find a different day for them. So. But yeah, with 4 armies, I do want to play Age of Sigmar. I don't think I'll get as many games in as I do with 40k, since that's nearly every week. But if I can get, I don't know, 1 to 2 games a month, that would probably be good. I figured I'll read the rule book 2 or 3 times before I actually get a game in. Alright. That looks like a mask. There we go. And so there's 2 little heads extra. I'm going to put them up here for later, so that this sprue, this empty sprue, is back there somewhere. Too many bits on this one. But I think I still need some of those bits. I mean, it can't hurt to build things, right? But yeah, the Undead is a pretty cool faction. I think they look better than the Bone Reapers. They're still kind of a weird combination of themes. But I do like the idea of the undead, and if I didn't already have so many different horde armies, I think that would be cool. But like I also said, I think it was yesterday, Sean, who I know in the area, he collects the death factions, or he's building some of the death factions. So I have destruction, order, and chaos with my 4 armies, and I think that is a good place to be. I mean, you can't go wrong with terrain either, so... I mean, they all have to get built eventually. Because building is definitely the first step towards painting. And I think that was the end of my music, so give me a moment and I'll restart it. If my computer wants to actually let me. There we go. No, I think somewhere around 5%, 10% of my collection is actually terrain. So... Again, I have a bunch of the Pegasus Hobbies modular Gothic stuff. And it's all built, well, half of it is built and primed with a nice red color. I do need to finish building the other part that I haven't done because I was going to make it ruins. I was actually going to take a saw to it and break it up as though it's, you know, ruins. and then actually get around to painting it. Because I think with the stuff that hasn't been built and the stuff that has been built, I should have more than enough for a full table. And that's pretty cool. I purchased one of each of the small sets and 2 of the large sets, but I never got any of the ruins. And I might buy one of those too, as I actually work on that. But I have enough of it right now that I need to actually get that stuff done before adding more to it. That's pretty cool. I've watched a few people play Marvel Crisis Protocol, and I don't quite understand exactly what's going on, but I have seen the models, and they're pretty cool. It's the idea of having a deck and everything that makes me go, I already play 40k, I'm about to play Age of Sigmar, I play Magic. I don't know if I want to get too many different complexities going on. And the core box has models that you can't get other places, or you can't always build everything you want with just the core box, or it seems like there's a few different things that you have to buy to actually play. So I'm not quite sure about MCP. And yes, building your own terrain is really fun. Like building the Skaventide, not the Skaventide, the Skaven Gnawholes. That was pretty cool too. Well, yeah, terrain's big if that's the case. Yeah, one of these days I'll take out the canyon terrain I built and show it off a little bit better. The only time I think I've shown it on the channel was the Pile of Shame video from 2022, and it didn't have good lighting, and it was on my old camera, and only lasted like 3 seconds on screen. So it needs a few touch-ups. It's been in a box for a while, but it was pretty fun to make. Okay, Solvix. I didn't realize that, so... So can run... Want to get more, okay. I will keep an eye out for it then, because I'm not going to, go out today and buy it, but, if I find a good deal on it, I might pick it up for a future video series, maybe. Because it looks like a fun game. It's 45 minutes to the game shop that I go to, and it's the nearest one. I think the next nearest one is 55 minutes in the exact opposite direction. And just getting out there takes a bit. So the second question is, would you need a second core set to play against someone else? Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I don't have to just buy 2 boxes of it to make it viable to play with someone else. That's good to know. Not having to double the cost of getting into a game is always a nice thing. Okay, Solvix. Question. Is the Pegasus hobby terrain the right scale for MCP? I do not know why my music is having problems streaming. Hopefully my stream is not being stupid. It's saying excellent connection, so... And yeah, I would expect games to have better flexibility if you add more things to it. It's just a matter of, if I actually want to get into the game, do I want to automatically get yeah, flexibility in the future is one thing. Requiring it or suggesting that that would be the best way to start is a different thing. So... Okay. Go in. This doesn't want to pinch. Ow. There's no real good place to grip here to push in. So that was the issue there. Well, the music stopped on my end. Yeah, I trimmed a few of them for the clan rats, just a little bit shorter than they normally were. I just didn't want to, I like to shave just a tiny little bit off of the nibs. It's just that was lacking a good place to push in. my streaming software shows that I'm still live. The browser, though, is having issues. So I don't think the browser's required for the stream, which is good. That pushed together fine. So let's see if I can get this to work a little bit better. Oh, fun. For a moment there, my my mouse wasn't even showing up on the browser. So I'm thinking there might be a browser issue on my end. Yeah, again, the software for the stream is saying it's fine, but my browser is currently acting up, so the music is currently completely off, and I can't even click on anything right now because it's being stupid. But at least I can continue working on the model while I'm waiting. But yeah, MCP does sound really fun, and based on seeing other people paint up the models, they don't take very long, which is pretty cool. There are two different pieces of this, and I already cut out the proper one, which is nice. because I didn't even realize it until just now. Oh, hey, music! I wonder about all of the classic teams that I remember. So, another question. What generation of comics does it cover, usually? Because I have not read anything for quite some time. Sprue goes back. I haven't read any comics in a while. It was before House of M. Quite a bit before House of M. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So what's annoying is because of the browser stall that is over there, that's where I'm usually reading my comments. Instead, I have to use the one over here, so I keep looking that way to read comments. But yeah, I am actually curious who all is a playable model and how many I actually can even recognize anymore. I mean, other than the peripherals where, you know, I've upgraded the camera and the mic and things like that, I've been keeping the computer parts fairly consistent over the last, what, year? So, yeah, there are some habits that I've picked up for live streams. Probably has to do with licensing. I mean, for a while there, they were making horrible Fantastic Four movies just to hold on to licensing. So there might be something in that aspect. I mean, I know that was for movies and not minis, but there might be connectivity parts of that they don't want to get in the middle of, or it might involve more than just movie rights. It might be, marketing rights as well. So, and then there's also production timelines and everything. So, with the Marvel Fantastic Four stuff coming out at some point, there's probably that whole, wait 6 months or a year to produce everything, and may as well market it and release it at about the same time. So, I don't know. All just thoughts on that. Oh, will you let me load the page? What is this? Give me a moment. Hello, I am back. Some phone calls are just too important not to take, so... Thanks for stopping in, Silver. Alright, Solvix, have a good one. Alright, I'm probably going to go for another hour and a half or so. And tomorrow I think I'm going to start about 2 hours earlier than I usually do, so 3 hours later than I did this time. So, it's my current plans. So, and there will always be progress pictures at the end in the Discord. You know, speaking of setup, I'm gonna do something real quick and see if this gets better. be just a little bit different. So I have adjustable heat temp lights, so I don't look like a ghost now. They're still a little bit bright, but perhaps it won't just do a crazy thing on the camera now. Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, Vinci V did a video on color temperature on all of his lights and how he had a bunch of different ones set up so that it wasn't just one harsh color, but a few different warmths to give a better appearance. And the light above me is set to daylight, and I had the side ones set for slightly brighter than most people do. So hopefully the skin tone's a little bit more natural color. Still looks a little bit washed out, but I won't really know very much on the screen right now. But colors should still be fairly close to what I paint in person, and maybe the colors will show up a little bit better. And if not, I can always change them back. Alright, wings. Oh yeah, head. That one went together a little bit easier. There was a little spike to push against. Alright. I don't think this goes in that hole. Okay. Let's see if I can actually get this to work. Okay, I got it to line up. Good. All right. The prosecutors are built. Yay! Just keep them just in frame. All right. Now for the rat ogres. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of the models I was thinking about today, but even if I just get these 6 this afternoon, that's a decent amount, right? Alright. So this first one, I can build with 2 different heads and 2 different weapons. And I'm definitely going with this weapon. And I think I'll go for the rope eye thing instead of the pestilence head. So that's what I'm going to go with. Which are 13, 14. And then I need 8, 9, 10. These already look like they're going to go together a lot faster than Storm Fiends. Where is... oh, there's 8. I will need 1 and 2. So this, the head, and that. And then... 4, 5, and 11. All right. And then all of these are the extra bits for that ogre. So that's good. These might go together a lot faster than the prosecutors did, just looking at the bits. I will know once I've built them. There were less pieces of sprue to cut off, so Like, there were 2 bits on this whole thing. 2 connection points. That's wild. Yeah. These are cleaning up pretty quick. I did find it interesting that the point values don't actually show rat swarms. And I did have a plan to make a whole bunch of them. But I'm gonna wait until they actually have point values, because those rats could also be used on a larger base as a vermin doom, right? I think that's what it is. The swarm spell. So, and those also, I have not seen rules for it yet. Well, I think it's in the book. Well, the information online. But again, I'm fairly positive that clan rats and things like that that are in this set will be fine, and I'll wait until we actually have all of the release stuff before I start building more conversions, since the majority of the things that I have converted already have gone to legends. So before I just start building even more models that are technically not eligible for play, I will wait and see. So, gotta get through this box anyway, so. And then do my kit bashed abomination. That too. That'll be fun. There will be an extra right arm, at least. From the ogre kit. So. That's a cool head. That's a pretty cool leg system. Oop. Oh, and I dropped a piece. If there's any gaps, it's because they're stitching. That's funny. I wonder if I can get that pushed a little bit tighter. Yep. Ah. Can go straight in. I wonder how, if all of them have a different, if they all line up to the legs and you can change out the torsos. Maybe? Build one exactly like the instructions show. Go from there. If I end up with, 3 extra sets of this kit, then I'll figure it out. But I don't think that's gonna happen, but you never know. One Rat Ogre is built. That was a lot faster. Hello! Yeah, except that GW spells it O-G-O-R. Because GW. And we're moving on to the second ogre. Oh yeah. Spare bits are definitely going to go in there. I currently have a head, a second option for an arm, oops, sorry. And now I'm building the second one. But yeah, so far today, I've already built 3 prosecutors and a rat ogre. So I'm going to go for the head that has 46 and 47 because I like the armored look over the other head. So I'll have another head here. Oh, I also managed to prime up the other 46 models. There is a chance of rain over the next couple of days, so I have at least those primed, ready to paint. If I happen to not be able to get anything else primed before I'm ready. So that's pretty good. Yeah. That's fair. A rest before hobby time is always good. If your hobby time is your rest, that's also good. Well, yeah, so that's all of the extra bits so far from 2 of the ogres. And that'll be the 3rd one, I guess. But not yet. Is it because of the rain or some other reason? I can understand that. Yeah. I mean, I've had meetings that feel more draining than several hours of physical activity. I mean, it can just be one of those things where it's like, yep, I'm done for the day. Please, just let me go rest and recharge. Yeah, hi. Yeah, they're pretty cool sculpts. They took about 30 minutes apiece to cut off, clean, and put together. Yeah. There we go. I was thinking about putting a little bit of plastic glue right up in that to get rid of that seam. Everything else seems pretty good about them. But, so yeah. For just under 2 hours, I've already built 4.5 models, so... Again, I don't feel that it's taking me too much longer than normal to build. And it's cool to just hang out and talk. I probably wouldn't have built so many by now if I hadn't been doing the streams every day. I would have definitely focused on the Skaven first instead of trying to build some of the Stormcast each day as well. And as far as Famir, Battletech, or Deepkin, I'm going to say you are currently painting up some Battletech, and you also have the idea of the round table. You already have some Famir, so adding to that isn't a horrible idea. But if you don't have Deepkin yet, I don't know, maybe you should, saying from me, maybe hold off a little bit with those. Because your elf and dwarf armies could theoretically be played in multiple different game systems. So, as far as the Deepkin go, that is a single game, single faction. So, I think it would be cool at some point to see some Deepkin, but I mean, I'm just going based off of the things that I've seen from your videos, of course, and what you've posted, but I think you'd prefer the Famir or Battletech over the Deepkin. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel about it from outside observer. Plus it gets you one step closer to the 12,000 points. And then I'm going to go on the financial side. GW just raised their prices, so you have a while before the Deepkin box stuff will go up again. So you don't really have to worry about that right now. You probably have at least 4 months before they'll increase the price again. So, I mean, it is still your decision, but based on what I've seen and heard, I think those are your better options. Now, deciding between the two, I don't really know. And as far as having 18 old, you know, they advertise a price hike every year and say that it's because of inflation. But in the last 3 years, I think they've price increased 4 times. Once on the retail store owner side, and 3 times announced. Maybe even 4 times. So they are known for a yearly price hike of usually around 5%. So they actually are... They are almost more consistent in their price hikes than a CD gets you in interest right now. So it's kind of crazy. And yeah, I was looking at getting some of the old prosecutor models, not as prosecutors, but as conversion fodder for either Blood Angels Sanguinary Guard or Custodes Venatari. But I didn't buy any. They had the Start Collecting box that had them in it, but it was all of the old models, and, well, I just got a whole bunch of new ones, so I should work on those instead. But that was a plan, or a thought, for conversions, because, well, Sanguinary Guard hasn't been announced yet, and the Venatari are resin, and I would much rather have plastic Custodes over resin Custodes. Plus, I enjoy kit bashes. Yeah, I have an Orc Start Collecting box from several years ago that my local game shop sold for $56 US. And now a Combat Patrol at GW prices is $168, which the game shop's a little bit less, but yeah, still, it was over $100 difference now. It's wild. And I definitely got a discount on the Skaventide because I went through the game shop. But like all the collection I have, I've only ever paid full MSRP on 2 boxes. And they were the Chainbreaker Lance. The Christmas Nights box. It's the only models I've ever purchased directly from GW, and even that was a huge savings price over buying the kits separately. So I definitely suggest finding discounts wherever you can. And some of the deals I've purchased are so good that they can't be passed up. Like, certain things are just so discounted that it would be ridiculous to not buy it. And I'll get to it eventually. I don't mind if something goes out of playability. I'm still going to paint up my Legends Tyranids. Stuff like that. Yeah, it sold out so fast, and my game store also did not get the Custodes or Knights. They were like, "Oh yeah, you missed your pre-order period window." It was like 8 hours after the box came out, for pre-order, and it's just like, well, I'm not going to be able to get those now. And so I did find the Custodes at a discount on Amazon, and at one point while I was looking on GW's website, about 2 weeks after the Battle Forces had been announced, released, they had a quick restock of the Knights, and I was like, well, this is my option to get Knights. I have 2 right now, and with 2 more of these purchased, I will have a full Knight army. So, even though I had to pay full price from GW for a full Knight army, it was worth it for that. But everything else I've ever purchased has been less than MSRP through either game shops that have discounts, or Amazon, or purchasing secondhand. And I mean, some of the deals are just insane. So no, not 12,000 points of Knights. If I ever end up with a Titan, it's probably not going to be actual GW Forge World stuff. It'll probably be either a recast or a 3D print. Maybe with that I'll hit 12,000 points. But I can't see putting, they're so expensive. So that does not go that way. How does that not go that way? That looks like it goes there. That is 33. This is 34. There we go. See, and then you have the option to purchase everything at a decent price because you don't have to pay the US conversion tax, because those battle forces here are like $230, $240. So when I get them at the price of conversion, it's a heck of a deal. But I've also found deals that are way beyond that. I wouldn't own half of the models that I do if I had to pay closer to full price for them. Oh, I lost the head. Found it. All right. But yeah, it is going together pretty good. It's kind of fun to clean up all the bits and then just go, okay, where was that supposed to go? And I do believe that all three Rat Ogres have the same torso connection right here. So I bet if you have a second set, you can change up which legs and which body, chest piece goes in, because that is the same peg and connection that the last one had. There might be like a little bit of spike right here that changes, but it looks like they're both the same. Which, if that's the case, that would be cool. That way you don't end up with two identical kits if you buy a second copy. I'm expecting a Battle Force Christmas box, whatever, with some of these. Usually the new army gets a new box with a big model and things like that, so... That's a sharp spike. And a second Rat Ogre is built. Alright. So now we just have this one. So what's not in the ultimate starter that is in Skaventide then? Is it just the difference between a hardcover and a soft cover rulebook? Ooh, this guy looks weird. That head looks cool. Alright. But the ultimate starter also comes with dice. Does it come with 40 clan rats? Because I think the spearhead only comes with 20. Okay. Okay, so 2 bigger models, 2 units. Oh, and no Jezzails? Yeah, okay. Skaventide's still the better option then. I did actually find it weird that the Skaventide box didn't have any dice. Usually they toss in, 6 or 10 of them. It's not like it really costs them anything to toss a few little white dice into a box. Yeah. It sounds like a decent collection of stuff still, but I think the Ultimates box for 40k instead of Leviathan, didn't that come with extra terrain? Like, it was actually a full kit instead of just the models? Like, that actually had some extra value, something different. Hey, hobby table. But yeah, there's to not get the Jezzail's 20 rats or the rattling gun, that's quite a bit out of it, because that's I mean, that's half the rats. Oh, the Reclusians and the Lord Terminus are also missing? Yeah, that's like half of a Skaventide contents. Yeah, that doesn't seem good at all. I mean, still probably a better price than buying 2 spearheads, but that, oof. Like, I haven't built the Reclusians yet. That's gonna be part of tomorrow, I guess? I don't know. I don't know if I'll do another stream later tonight or not. I plan on going for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. See how far I can get with the Jezzails. Or maybe I'll skip it, and maybe I'll skip the Jezzails because we're getting closer to the time. And I'll try to build the, mind going blank. The rattling gun instead. But yeah, I think after that I'm gonna be going to dinner, and depending on how I feel, I might do a second stream tonight, because it's still decently early for me. But I do plan on doing another stream tomorrow. I will probably be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. So 24 and a half hours from now. And whatever I don't have built by then will probably be built tomorrow. Because the sooner I have them all built, the sooner I can get them primed and start painting. But I also still have a lot of Liberators and stuff to paint, so, to build. So it might take me 2 more streams to finish building everything. I hope it doesn't take me 3. I mean, it'll be 2 hours earlier than my normal stream times tomorrow. I'm guessing 10 p.m. for you? I think we figured out that it was 5 hours off. So... I mean, if I usually start my streams at around midnight for you... Yeah, I think I might try to do a second one tonight. I've been feeling very motivated to get through building all of these things, and if it does take me 2 to 3 more streams, I'd rather do it sooner instead of postpone getting to have them all built. Because I'm not doing anything other than priming outside of the streams, so this is going to be start to finish me working on these. So and then afterwards, if I want to speed up the footage, 150 times or something, I can have it all in one video. Yeah. That would be really cool. Depending on what I do for dinner, I will either be doing a second one or not. So... looks like this might be able to be changed as well. Yeah, that's kind of what I have it for. Share your work in progress. Share your finished products. I do a post-stream update of everything I built. This is one of those put it on first and then put it on the other way, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the heads and the torso connection are both adjustable for the different models. Which is cool. I like when you can build it several different ways. And I think this panel can also be swapped. It looks like it would work. So that would be cool too. But the rat ogres are done. Hey. I wonder if I can get the warp blaster built this in 25-30 minutes. Let's find out. I mean, it is only one sprue. So... those, and then 4 and 1. And then the other half is... Oh no, the next side. Wait, what? Oh, okay, you build off the center. Okay. I think I understand it now. I mean, it's only a half a sprue. It shouldn't be that difficult. Alright. No, these seem like they're gonna be pretty quick. There is a few mold lines on it, though. Interesting place for a connection. Like, the underside feet makes sense. I suppose a piece of fabric is easier to clean than some of the other options, so... I mean, right there and right there. So... Focus. Focus. No? Doesn't want to play right now. Yep. Fair enough. At least it's not on their heads. But yeah, I'm really having fun. I mean, I'm up to 52 models built out of the 74. I mean, that's pretty good. And I would say that all of the ones that I've built today were kind of the middle-sized type of models. Like, they're... I mean... they're not small. They're not the clan rats, so... yeah. If I can get this one done, it'll be 53 models in 9 hours of streaming built. So. But yeah, if I can get 53 models built in 9 hours of streaming, that's pretty good. And I'll only have 19 more to build before, just having paint stuff. That's a good amount. Hey, Julian. That's pretty cool. I think that's the highest elevation viewership I've had so far. So that's pretty cool. So, since you just got here, Julian, I finished building the prosecutors. And the rat ogres. And now I'm trying to get the warp blaster done before dinner. And then, like I said early, depending on how I feel, I might do another stream in a little over 2 hours from now. So, it depends on how dinner goes and what else comes up, but I would love to build even more models today and get them ready for priming, because the next couple of days are calling for rain, and if I can get them primed, then I will. And if not, the ones that I already have primed will be the ones that I paint for the next couple of days. So, the more I have built and ready, the more I can get done whenever that next priming window happens. Alright. Oh, dust. Alright. Now, this and that go together. And then this goes here. This goes with this part up. Okay. And then this goes with the rat arm up. Okay. Come on. Okay. Then the other wheel. This goes on here. Probably be easier to do this part if I wasn't holding the other part at the same time, but so be it. And then this goes in there. All right. I have rats with a big wheel. So, now I have the half that goes on top. And it really does look like I'm not going to have enough time to finish this before dinner. But that is another empty sprue. Back there somewhere. But I don't feel bad about not getting this done, because I still managed to build 6.5 models. And the day's not over yet. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna speed through it and not clean the mold lines and stuff like that. I'd rather have it done right and take the end of this stream and the beginning of the next one than not, you know, get it cleaned right or, you know, hurt myself while doing it. So, you know. There's no time limit, just time. But it seems like even my music decided that it's the end for today. Well, for this stream. So I think I'm gonna call it at the end of this piece. And if you can make it to the next one, that'd be great, and we'll pick up where we left off. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. And until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.